they wanted Lin Moyu on the team but couldn't since he was already level 22, and Won Ming asks his current level. When Lin Moyu reveals he's level 26, the three of them freeze in shock, their eyes widening in disbelief. Xia Shui clasps her mouth in shock at Lin Moyu's rapid level up, while Won Ming comments that guys shouldn't level up so fast, prompting Feng Xiu to ask what she means. Feng Xiu teases Won Ming, saying she should know exactly what she means. At that moment, Yi arrives, waving at Lin Moyu. Xia Shui turns her head, curious about who Yi is. Yi introduces herself as Lin Moyu's friend. Xia Shui asks Yi if she's really level 25, and Yi nervously admits it's all because Lin Moyu carried her. Xia Shui agrees that it makes sense. She, Won Ming, and Feng Xiu all introduce themselves to Yi. Won Ming notes that being too exceptional also brings trouble, which Feng Xiu agrees with. Xia Shui and the others decide to find their teammates, with Xia Shui waving goodbye to Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu tells Xia Shui she can contact him if she wants to clear the Tyrant Desert. Yi points out that Lin Moyu is very close to Xia Shui, and Lin Moyu explains they are high school friends. Yi calls Lin Moyu dense, saying she'd chase all the pretty girls if she were him, leaving Lin Moyu puzzled. Tao Tao, Duan Gao, and Miao Yu all arrive, waving at Lin Moyu. Tao Tao says they're here for the tournament, and Yi asks if they've found a party yet. Tao Tao admits they haven't, as others don't like their low levels and aren't willing to team up with them. Lin Moyu then suggests that all 5 of them should team up together. Tao Tao reveals she heard Lin Moyu solo carried 39 people in the Tyrant Dungeon, and she's certain they'll get first place if they team with him. Tao Tao agrees to team up, but on the condition that if they get first place, they will only accept the contribution points awarded by the Academy. Miao Yu supports this condition, saying they don't want anything else. Lin Moyu agrees to this condition. After finishing the tournament registration, Yi thanks Lin Moyu, who says it's nothing. Bai Lixing and his sycophant arrive to register, with Lixing declaring he'll win the championship and his sycophant agreeing, praising his strength. The sycophant pushes people out of the way to make way for Lixing. Lixing notices Yi with a man standing beside her. Recognizing the man as Lin Moyu, Lixing becomes furious. He then steps in front of Lin Moyu and Yi, telling them to stop. Yi sees it's Lixing and calls him an annoying asshole. Lixing demands to know why Yi is walking with Lin Moyu. He notices Yi has her arm around Lin Moyu's arm and gives a jealous look. Yi declares that it's none of Lixing's business that she's with Lin Moyu. Lixing roars in anger, claiming it's his business, and reveals that Yi is his fiancé. Yi, now pissed, shouts back that he proposed, she refused, and that doesn't make her his fiancé. Yi accuses Lixing of spreading lies and tells him to find a healer to fix his brain. Lin Moyu is surprised to see Yi this angry. Yi glances at Lin Moyu, reassuring herself that he won't care about someone like Lixing. Lixing clenches his teeth in anger, declaring it's not over and vowing not to let anyone take Yi from him. Lixing then turns to Lin Moyu, shouting at him for repeatedly opposing him and now even snatching away his woman. Lixing's face twists in rage as he mentions that he hasn't even made Lin Moyu pay for his previous actions. Lin Moyu calmly calls Lixing a stupid clown. Lixing's rage intensifies, and he curses Lin Moyu, vowing to kill him sooner or later. Yi draws her dagger and warns Lixing that he's asking for death. Lin Moyu thinks that if he doesn't kill Lixing now, Lixing will continue to harass Yi. At that moment, a voice asks Lixing who he wants to kill, causing Lixing to look horrified. A terrifying aura fills the surroundings as Lixing opens his mouth in shock, realizing someone has arrived behind him. Hovering off the ground and looking down, Bai asks Lixing if he wants to kill Lin Moyu. Lixing turns upwards in fear and exclaims upon seeing Bai. Bai demands that Lixing answer whom he threatened to kill. Lixing loses his balance and falls back, pleading that he didn't say anything like that. Bai tells Lixing to get lost and warns him never to threaten anyone again. Lixing and his sycophant don't waste a second and flee. Bai descends and lands before Lin Moyu and Yi. Bai asks Lin Moyu if he planned to attack Lixing, and Lin Moyu explains he had to act because Lixing was threatening to kill him. Bai asks if Lin Moyu isn't afraid of Lixing's grandfather, the level 81 headmaster of Bailey Academy. Lin Moyu says he is aware and plans to return to the Yuan battlefield to level up so he can defeat anyone. Bai pats Lin Moyu on the back with a smile, saying Lin Moyu is just like he was when he was younger. Bai then reminds Lin Moyu that fairness and fear are both achieved through one's own strength. Bai notes he's given Lin Moyu the method to raise his level, offers to send help once he gathers materials, and advises him to complete his new task quickly. Bai turns to Tao Tao and the others, complimenting them as well. Tao Tao tells Lin Moyu and Yi to gather and meet at the same place when the tournament starts. Yi asks Lin Moyu about his task, and he reveals it's to kill abyss demons at the 3rd fortress and increase his rank to at least a 2-star lieutenant. Yi remarks that it sounds too simple, but Lin Moyu adds that he also has to retrieve elemental crystals from an elemental dungeon. Yi recalls that the area outside the 3rd fortress is also known as the elemental plane. She explains that a large-scale battle once took place there, where nearly 100 elemental mages cast over 1,000 forbidden spells. Because of this, when the war ended, the land became elementalized, and many creatures emerged there. Says she hasn't seen any elemental creatures and wonders what they will look like, and Lin Moyu suggests they go and find out. The two of them head to the Academy teleportation platform and teleport away. Within a second, they arrive at the third fortress's teleportation platform. Lin Moyu grabs hold of who looks like she will pass out, as she admits she's still not used to long-distance teleportation. Lin Moyu learns about elemental cores dropped by elemental monsters but notes that he doesn't need them. The two of them advance, eager to see the elemental monsters. The wall's gate is massive with guards standing on either side. A guard sees Lin Moyu and warns them not to leave the wall as it's dangerous. The captain arrives, asking what's going on, and the guard explains that Lin Moyu and want to go out. The captain sees that Lin Moyu and are level 26 and 25 and thinks they are weak, asking why they are there. At that moment, something charges at the gate. It's a level 33 elemental spirit. The captain is shocked as he sees Lin Moyu summon his skeleton warriors. The skeletons charge at the elemental spirit with blinding speed. Nearing the spirit, the skeletons lunge at it, their swords raised. Within a second, the elemental spirit dies, providing Lin Moyu with 165,000 EXP. The captain and the guards are bewildered, seeing the spirit killed in one hit. The captain then notices Lin Moyu has a lieutenant badge as well. Asks if they can go out now, and the captain gives them permission. Lin Moyu and leave the wall and venture into the elemental plane, discussing how the guards were too cautious. Suddenly screams as her hair begins flying upwards, charged with static electricity, and asks what's happening. Seeing Lin Moyu laugh, shouts at him, noting that there's nothing funny. Suddenly, a massive electric charge begins building right above A huge explosion shakes the ground, sending dust and stones everywhere. Lin Moyu and look up, both defended by their skeleton armor, and notice a wind elemental spirit. The level 34 wind elemental spirit shoots air blades at Lin Moyu and Lin Moyu raises his hand, summoning the skeleton mages, and says the elemental spirit is bullying his skeleton warriors because they can't fly. The skeleton mages unleash their spells at the elemental spirit. Hit by the spells, the elemental spirit dissolves into small wisps of smoke and disappears. Lin Moyu realizes that the elemental spirit leaves no corpse, so he can't use the corpse explosion on them anymore. Suddenly, the ground begins shaking hard, and Lin Moyu says the elementals must be becoming disorderly. Notices a large group of people running toward them. The people look terrified and seem to be running for their lives. Chasing after them is an army of elemental spirits, and asks if those people intruded into the spirit's lair. Lin Moyu explains that when an elemental dungeon randomly appears, it triggers an elemental riot, causing a large number of elemental spirits to spawn. A man running past Lin Moyu asks what he's waiting for and suggests he start running too. Lin Moyu summons the skeleton warriors. Raising his hand, he commands the skeletons to charge forward and kill the spirits. The skeleton warriors lunge at the incoming spirits and begin slaughtering them, providing Lin Moyu a burst of EXP. Suddenly, begins to feel dizzy as a disturbance in the air occurs. Lin Moyu notes his high spirit attribute lessens the effect on him and thinks this might be a call from the elemental queen. He then raises his hand and uses the slow curse. Hit by the curse, the elemental spirit's movements slow down. The people stop, sweating from exhaustion and relieved they didn't die, as one of them points behind and shouts for the others to look. Far away, they notice the skeletons destroying the elemental spirits and exclaim that the skeletons are too powerful. Is relieved as the disturbance finally stops. Lin Moyu points out that the elemental crystal can only be dropped by the elemental queen and decides to find her. After walking a bit further, they notice something strange ahead, and exclaims that it's pretty. Arriving nearby, they realize it's the entrance to a secret realm, and suggests they should go in. With this, Lin Moyu and begin teleporting inside it. Once inside, Lin Moyu explains that secret realms are different from dungeons as secret realms are independent spaces where one can encounter other people. Notices an ice palace ahead, and Lin Moyu sends the skeletons to scout the area. Looks impressed, learning that the skeletons have pathfinding skills too. After a minute, Lin Moyu says the skeletons found an exit and both head towards it. On the way, they encounter a massive monster seated on a huge throne. It's the water elemental general at level 37, with agility 0, as it shoots ice crystals ahead. Lin Moyu and leap aside to dodge the incoming attack, and Lin Moyu claims the elemental general has merged with the ice palace, so it can't move. Lin Moyu swiftly raises his hand and summons the skeleton warriors, who attack the elemental general, piercing its body with their swords. The general uses ice whirlwind and sends a large number of ice arrows at the skeletons. The ice arrows pierce a skeleton, crushing it. Lin Moyu hides behind a rock and commands all the skeletons to return to his summoning space. The countless ice arrows whirl past Lin Moyu and Yi, both safe, hidden behind massive rocks. After the attacks cease, Lin Moyu peeks out and is shocked at what he sees. Lin Moyu sees that the elemental general has already regenerated all the damage done to it. Lin Moyu summons his scythe, claiming that the recovery speed will be useless if the general takes too much damage. And he then calls out the Outpost Guardian boss he defeated before. The Outpost Guardian, now an undead, is level 33. Lin Moyu smirks, noting that the attributes of the Outpost Guardian are higher than those of the level 37 Water Elemental General. He also summons more skeleton warriors to assist the Outpost Guardian. The Outpost Guardian begins walking towards the Elemental General, ready to fight. The Elemental General shoots more ice arrows at the Outpost Guardian and the skeletons as they advance. The Outpost Guardian has its wings extended as the ice arrows strike its body in different places. Lin Moyu points out that the same attack won't work against his Outpost Guardian. The skeleton warriors close in on the general and lunge at it. Half a dozen swords pierce the immobile body of the general. The general uses the Sky Flood skill, summoning a large amount of water around it. Lin Moyu gives a startled look as the water begins flowing everywhere, drowning the surroundings. Lin Moyu and Yi climb onto a large rock, and Lin Moyu agrees that the large AO's attack is a good counter to his skeletons. The Elemental General looks ahead and sees all the skeleton warriors have climbed the Outpost Guardian's body to avoid the water. The skeletons then lunge forward at the general. The Outpost Guardian raises its arms and summons a massive energy attack, which slams down upon the general. The general gets crushed into pieces and then dies, providing Lin Moyu with EXP and 10 water element crystals. Lin Moyu recalls the Outpost Guardian into the scythe. He then points the scythe ahead and tries to collect the water elemental general's soul. But since elemental life forms have no corpse and soul, Lin Moyu realizes he can't use his evocation skill to summon them as undead. Lin Moyu collects the element crystals, noting that he can only summon a boss monster for 3 minutes. Yi notes that the elemental chaos has eased, making it easier to breathe, and Lin Moyu suggests they continue ahead. Walking for some time, Lin Moyu and Yi notice a place blazing with fire up ahead. Lin Moyu quickly summons skeleton armor for himself and Yi as they make their way through the hot, fire-filled surroundings. Lin Moyu notes they've encountered glaciers and now a sea of fire, wondering if they'll face wind or lightning areas next. A while later, they see what looks like a volcanic mountain ahead. As they get closer, Yi says it's not a volcano but a concentration of fire. Two massive eyes glow from the fire, revealing the Fire Elemental General at level 37, which, like the previous general, is immovable. Lin Moyu summons his skeletons, saying he knows what to do this time. The Fire General raises its hands and shoots a concentrated laser-like energy at the sky, causing a huge explosion. From the explosion, fire begins raining down. Hit by the fire, the skeleton warriors begin to burn. Lin Moyu summons the skeleton mages and instructs them to shoot ice spells at the Fire General. The large number of ice crystals fly toward the Fire General and strike it. Suddenly, the fire around the general intensifies as it slams its arms on the ground. This causes the ground beneath to shake hard. Through the cracks, torrents of fire emerge out from everywhere. Lin Moyu jumps off the ground and pulls Yi back, saying the Fire General is using its last desperate attack. The mages continue using their spells to shoot ice crystals down upon the Fire General. More cracks form in the ground, through which bright lights emerge, and Lin Moyu says he wants to show Yi something. Huge torrents of fire erupt and explode into the sky like fireworks as Lin Moyu and Yi watch in awe and the Fire Elemental General dies. Lin Moyu bends down to pick up the crystals while Yi says she didn't know Lin Moyu could flirt. Meanwhile, outside at the Secret Realm's entrance, a group of people have arrived. They all look pleased to have found this place after searching for so long. The group leader says someone seems to have already gone in, and the other person looks angry that they've been beaten to it. The group leader claims the aura suggests the people inside haven't been there long and notes it will be easier if those people lead the way. The person holding the cross agrees with their boss. Now that their path is cleared, all they need to do is kill the last boss. Confident, they prepare to enter the secret realm. Once inside, the hooded man analyzes the footprints and directs the team to follow him. Meanwhile, Lin Moyu, Yi, and the skeletons continue moving forward. Suddenly, something crackling with electricity emerges from the ground. Yi covers her mouth from the dust as the level 28 Lightning Wind Elemental General reveals itself. Lin Moyu notes that this Elemental General is a merge of lightning and wind elements. Suddenly a powerful bolt of lightning strikes down upon Lin Moyu, but with the skeleton armor around him, Lin Moyu takes no domain. Lin Moyu then uses Slow Curse on the Elemental General. The general's movements get restricted as it's bound by the chains. The general shoots numerous bolts of lightning at the skeletons, destroying many of them. The skeleton mages retaliate with spells that hit the general. The skeletons struggle to attack the general since it's off the ground. Lin Moyu grabs a chain binding the general, annoyed by flying opponents, and pulls the general down, allowing the skeletons to attack more easily. With combined attacks from the skeleton warriors and mages, the elemental general dies. Lin Moyu tells Yi they should search for the elemental queen. He says that these elemental bosses will reappear once again. Lin Moyu and Yi continue moving forward. Hovering above the sky is a massive castle built on a mound of earth. Inside the castle, the elemental queen, also the secret realm's ruler, is resting. The skeletons charge at the queen, but Lin Moyu realizes she is resistant to both physical and elemental attacks. The queen uses elemental starburst, causing an explosion that kills 3 skeletons instantly. Lin Moyu notices his skeletons are weakened from the previous battles. The queen creates glowing energy balls and shoots 3 powerful lasers at the skeletons. This attack vaporizes 5 skeletons, killing them. Seeing his skeletons destroyed, Lin Moyu acknowledges that the queen is strong. A bright glow of elemental energy appears, illuminating the surroundings. The queen summons the elemental energy towards her and, extending her arms forward, uses elemental starburst once again. A swirling form of energy appears, pulling the skeletons toward its center. The queen also summons a huge, fast-spinning tornado. 11 skeletons get caught in the tornado and die instantly, and Lin Moyu admits the situation is difficult, wondering why Bai gave him this task. With elemental creatures having no souls or corpses, Lin Moyu's skills are mostly useless, so he decides to summon the undead general and outpost guardian. Lin Moyu realizes he became reckless by confronting the queen directly and thinks of a new strategy. The party that entered the secret realm arrives and notices the fight is underway. The woman asks if they should intervene, but the hooded man suggests they kill Lin Moyu and Yi first. The party leader instructs Xiao Fe to use her skill. Xiao Fe follows the order and begins channeling the skill. Yi's assassin instinct kicks in, and she senses Xiao Fe's skill. And she quickly turns to Lin Moyu and warns him of an ambush. A strange circular rune appears around them while fireballs start hurling down from above. Xiao Fe directs the massive fireballs at Lin Moyu and Yi with her staff. Lin Moyu finally notices the humans are there and says it's a good timing. The massive fireball slams down upon Lin Moyu and Yi. However, the skeleton armor around them nullifies the attack as Lin Moyu commands the skeletons to attack. The skeleton warriors charge forward at the humans. As the skeletons approach, the party leader looks startled and asks where they came from, wondering if they are the queen's minions. The leader then assures the others to not panic. Suddenly, Lin Moyu's slow curse hits the people, catching them off guard. Lin Moyu is certain the healers from the party will be able to remove his slow curse with their skills, so he decides to target them first. The skeleton mages use their skills, sending numerous spells straight for the healer of the party. All of the skills strike the healer, resulting in a massive explosion around him. The party leader curses in worry as the healer falls dead to the ground. The leader uses the group provocation skill, sending glowing energy ropes toward the skeletons. Using the group chain skill, the leader causes the energy ropes to wrap around the approaching skeletons, halting their movement. The leader then withdraws a potion and tells the other members to do the same. All of them drink their own potions, which lift the slow curse placed on them by Lin Moyu. Suddenly, the skeleton mage's skills strike down upon the party, prompting the leader to quickly use the group protection skill. A powerful shield surrounds the party members, protecting them from the skills raining down on them. Yi points out that the party members are all level 40 and their skills are strong after their second evolution. Lin Moyu also notices that the party used anti-curse potions and wonders if this is the extent of second evolution professionals. Despite this, Lin Moyu isn't worried as he has the skeleton armor around him and decides not to go easy on the enemies. He then directs the skeletons to charge forward and kill them all. The skeletons, swords ready, rush directly at the party members. The party tries to counterattack and throws every skill they can at the skeletons, but it does no damage. Xiao Fe, looking terrified, asks why the skeletons aren't dying and inquires what they should do. The leader curses, realizing Lin Moyu is too strong, and declares that they will have to retreat. Lin Moyu raises his hand and uses the Soul Flame skill. A party member gets hit by Lin Moyu's attack and begins screaming in agony. Suddenly, a skeleton mage's lightning hits the party leader. The leader gasps, struggling to breathe as he sees the skeletons cutting down his party members. He then takes out another potion and drains it in his mouth. deep. The battlefields 1 to 3 constitute only the surface region of the abyss, serving as entrances to the abyss. The entrances make it difficult for powerful demons to emerge, so only weak demons can sneak in. Abyssal demons are similar to humans, with level 40 being their divine line. Demons above level 40 are extremely powerful. In the deepest section of Battlefield 3, some areas overlap with the abyss's entrance, revealing the true abyss with more monsters and demons. The knight explains all this and says this is why they can't wander around there. Hearing there are more demons there, Lin Moyu thinks it will be a good place to earn military merit. He then asks the knight where that section is in Battlefield 3, prompting the knight to ask if Lin Moyu really plans to go there. Lin Moyu admits he wants to go there, and the knight becomes speechless. Lin Moyu and Yi head over to that area, and the knight wonders if Lin Moyu is what a true genius looks like. On the way, they see a lot more demon hunting teams. Yi believes they must be very close to their target. A while later, they arrive at a dark place, finally seeing what the true abyss is like. Huge, glowing eyes look down, making Lin Moyu and Yi feel intimidated. Suddenly, something appears in the sky right above Lin Moyu and Yi, startling them. Yi shouts that it's an abyssal demon. The demon slams down on the ground right before the two. Yi asks if the demon is dead. Yi sees an assassin hovering feet above the ground and says it's a silver-level assassin who is already over level 40. Lin Moyu thinks they have come to the right place. Lin Moyu suggests they move quickly before others kill the demons. Lin Moyu and Yi go on a spree and begin killing the abyssal devourers. After 30 minutes of killing, Yi says not a single demon has shown up and asks if others have already killed them all. Suddenly, a loud growl shakes the air, startling both Lin Moyu and Yi. A huge and scary-looking demon appears in the sky, apparently holding a person in its claws. That person loses their grip and lets something fall, and a dagger hits the ground. Yi clasps her mouth in shock as she realizes the high-level assassin they saw earlier was holding that dagger. The demon is holding onto the corpse of that assassin. Yi asks how the assassin could die when he was so high level, as Lin Moyu tells her to stay close. The demon is an abyssal shadow demon, level 40, with very high attributes. Lin Moyu realizes the assassin was killed because the demon can see through invisibility and notes this demon is worse than the elemental queen. The demon sees Lin Moyu and mocks him for being level 26, daring to come there, and declares that Lin Moyu will be its meal. The demon, along with its minions, lunges at Lin Moyu and Yi, telling Yi not to hide behind Lin Moyu, a level 26 brat who won't save her. The minions stop abruptly as they collide against Lin Moyu's skeleton armor. Lin Moyu declares that the demon and its minions fighting together won't happen. He then summons his skeletons to attack back. The demon curses Lin Moyu in rage. Seeing the demon try to escape, Lin Moyu shoots the slow curse at it, saying escape won't be easy. The slow curse hits the shadow demon, restricting its movements, and the skeleton warriors begin attacking it. The demon grabs hold of one of the skeletons while the other skeletons continue striking it. Lin Moyu notices that physical damage gets halved, so the skeletons cannot kill the demon quickly. Lin Moyu admits killing this demon will be harder as he summons the skeleton mages. The mages ready their skills, and Lin Moyu waits to see if elemental attacks will damage the demon. The demon curses Lin Moyu to die and uses the entanglement skill to control the skeleton it has captured. The skeleton is successfully controlled by the demon and it begins fighting against its fellow skeletons. The demon gets puzzled when suddenly Lin Moyu's skeletons back off. Looking up, the demon sees multiple mage spells approaching it. The spells strike down upon the demon, causing it to groan in pain. The skeleton gets destroyed and the demon releases it, cursing out loud. The demon then roars, asking its children to come and assist it. Lin Moyu asks the demon if it is looking for its children, all of whom have already been impaled by the skeleton's swords. Yi claims she is exhausted as those little demons were too hard to kill. Seeing its children dead, the demon bellows, asking how dare Yi kill them. Lin Moyu agrees to return the demons the children, and the skeletons throw the corpses back at it. Lin Moyu raises his hand and uses the corpse explosion on those corpses. The moment the demon grabs hold of its children, they explode, blowing the demon apart as well. With this, the demon dies, and Lin Moyu receives 500 military merits and a lot of EXP. Yi exclaims that she just got promoted to second lieutenant. She smiles and says her grandfather would be shocked if he knew she got promoted, while Lin Moyu notes he needs 10,000 military merits to earn 1 star. Yi points out that's why Lin Moyu hasn't been promoted and suggests they check out a nearby dungeon she heard about. So the both of them start searching for that dungeon. Meanwhile, back at the academy, Meng asks Bai if he is insane for sending Lin Moyu to the elemental secret realm. Bai points out that even large-scale dungeons couldn't stop Lin Moyu, so he'll handle it fine and get a chance to kill thousands of hounds for EXP. Bai confidently says that even the secret realm won't stop Lin Moyu. Meng notes the high level of the elemental secret realm and the elemental queen might cause Lin Moyu trouble. Bai assures that it will be fine and that even if Lin Moyu can't win, he can still escape. Bai also mentions there's still the brand of the hero's temple, so Lin Moyu won't die, and reveals he even asked Lin Moyu to go to the third battlefield's abyss. Hearing this, Meng abruptly stands up and asks Bai if he forgot something, prompting Bai to ask what. Meng reminds Bai that Ning's granddaughter is with Lin Moyu and she doesn't have the brand. Which means if she dies, Ning will come after Bai. At that moment, Ning arrives and asks who died and what Bai and Meng are talking about. Suspicious, Ning asks where Bai sent Lin Moyu, and Bai replies to the elemental battlefield, assuring Ning his granddaughter will be safe with Lin Moyu. Ning claims he's put a protection spell on Yi, so she should be fine, and says he'll come after Bai if anything happens to her. Meng thinks Bai barely managed to survive for today. Back at the third battlefield, Lin Moyu and Yi arrive at an eerie place. Lin Moyu asks if this is the abyssal boundary from which the demons sneak out to the third battlefield. At that moment, a whole army of abyssal demons and monsters exits out of the boundary. The demons notice Lin Moyu and Yi and begin laughing, saying they will eat them now. Without warning, the skeleton mages start throwing their spells, raining down on the horde of monsters. The demons roar, demanding to know who sneaked up on them, accusing Lin Moyu of being shameless, claiming they're hurt, and vowing to kill him. Lin Moyu casts the slow curse, catching the demons off guard and binding them with chains that restrict their movements. The skeleton warriors charge forward aggressively, confusing the demons who are bewildered by their sudden and unexpected appearance. With their swords raised high, the skeletons swiftly and efficiently slay the demons and monsters, cutting through them. Within mere seconds, the once clear ground is now littered with the corpses of monsters. Lin Moyu raises his hand and prepares to unleash corpse explosion. The explosions are devastating, killing a large number of demons and earning Lin Moyu significant EXP and military merit from the carnage. Lin Moyu is thoroughly pleased with the battlefield's strategic location, recognizing it as an ideal spot to farm the military merit he desires. More demons begin emerging from the entrance in increasing numbers, their presence adding to the chaos of the battlefield. The skeletons, under Lin Moyu's command, hurl the corpses of the fallen demons at the portal, and Lin Moyu triggers another series of explosions. Before the new waves of demons can fully emerge from the entrance, they are obliterated by the powerful and well-timed blasts. Lin Moyu exclaims with surprise at the efficiency of his attacks, noting that he has already gained approximately 3,000 military merit from this single assault. On the other side of the entrance, an even greater number of demons gather, preparing to pour out and join the fray. But before they can do so, a corpse set with the explosion hurls straight toward the entrance. As the wave of demons falls, Yi happily exclaims about the merits, while Lin Moyu decides to gather more demons before killing them. Once a sufficient number of demons have gathered, Lin Moyu commands the skeletons to resume their assault. The skeletons begin tossing more corpses at the entrance, providing Lin Moyu with ample opportunities to use corpse explosion once more. As dozens of demons fall victim to the explosive blasts, Lin Moyu receives a massive influx of EXP and military merit. In no time, Lin Moyu and Yi advance to 0-star second lieutenants, with Yi surprised at how fast this method of farming merits is. The entrance starts to close, and Lin Moyu believes that the repeated corpse explosions have successfully overwhelmed and started sealing it. However, the entrance stabilizes shortly afterward and remains open. Lin Moyu remarks that they can now farm more demons and advance to 1-star second lieutenants. Suddenly, Lin Moyu notices something unexpected and is startled. He quickly summons skeleton armor around himself and Yi, pulling her to safety from the danger he just noticed. The Demon King's eyes flash with malevolent glee as it declares it has finally caught Lin Moyu in its sight, its presence radiating an aura of imminent danger. The aura emanating from the Demon King overwhelms both Lin Moyu and Yi, filling the air with a heavy, intimidating energy. The Demon King proclaims the end of Lin Moyu and unleashes a barrage of high-speed laser energy attacks aimed directly at him. Lin Moyu realizes with alarm that he cannot dodge the attacks due to their incredible speed. The Demon King's powerful attacks shatter Lin Moyu's skeleton armor, forcing him to utilize damage transfer to mitigate the damage. Dozens of skeleton warriors instantly get obliterated. As more of his skeletons get destroyed at an alarming rate, Lin Moyu casts a concerned glance and notes that this can't continue. Lin Moyu then notices some corpses sprawled ahead and gets an idea, instructing his skeletons to fling them into the air. As more skeletons are destroyed, Lin Moyu raises his hand to trigger the corpse explosion, unleashing a tremendous shockwave. Hit by the explosion, the Demon King bellows in rage at Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu smiles with satisfaction, confident he made the right choice and that the entrance can't remain open much longer. The Demon King curses in rage, vowing never to forgive Lin Moyu and to ensure he never lives peacefully. Lin Moyu smiles and says he too wants to get back at the Demon King and defeat him. He bids farewell to the formidable foe, promising that when they meet again, the Demon King will be blown to pieces. The Demon King's eye gives Lin Moyu a piercing look as it continues shouting angrily while the entrance begins collapsing. Finally, the entrance disappears along with the Demon King. With a concerned expression, Yi asks Lin Moyu if he's okay, and Lin Moyu reassures her, suggesting that they should leave immediately. Lin Moyu looks forward to meeting the Demon King in the abyss one day. Lin Moyu and Yi make their way through the Rocky Mountains. After a while, they arrive at the level 30 dungeon of the third battlefield, where many groups of people are already present. Lin Moyu begins to wonder what the dungeon, with the power of 3 combined, will be like. He inspects the dungeon's entry requirements and discovers that different parties are recommended for varying difficulties. With most of his skeletons fully recovered, Lin Moyu isn't worried about being ambushed by demons. He turns to Yi and suggests they enter the dungeon, to which she agrees. A man approaches Lin Moyu and Yi, reminding them that this is a level 30 dungeon. He warns them about the dangerous monsters inside and suggests they find a party. Lin Moyu thanks the man and assures him that they'll be fine. As Lin Moyu and Yi begin teleporting into the dungeon, the man thinks they're being suicidal, but another notices their lieutenant badges. The worried guy points out that Lin Moyu and Yi are only level 26, while the other explains that a level 24 lieutenant solo cleared a hell difficulty outpost a few days ago. Meanwhile, Lin Moyu and Yi have entered the dungeon and are overlooking a massive cliff. Lin Moyu observes that this is the dungeon where the power of 3 forces is combined. Suddenly Yi shouts, pointing ahead and telling Lin Moyu to look over there. Lin Moyu follows Yi's gesture and sees a massive battle about to begin. Lin Moyu points out that the professionals in the battle are phantom shadows fighting against the abyss demons. Down in the battle, a mage summons a massive spider web-like thing to restrict the demons from advancing. In a flash of blurred light, several figures arrive, flying through the air. They are human mages who are ready to join the fight. A mage, hovering high above the battle, raises his staff, ready to cast the forbidden curse, elemental destruction. He shoots beams of elemental energy from the sky, striking the ground below. Hundreds of monsters get burnt to a crisp. A massive demon appears, likely the boss, towering several feet over the battlefield. It extends its wings wide and shoots a powerful beam of energy forward. The mages and the demons' attacks collide midair, causing a massive explosion. Lin Moyu and Yi shield their eyes from the intense bright light. Yi slowly looks ahead and exclaims that everything is gone. The battlefield ahead is silent, with no sign of life, as Lin Moyu wonders if this is the origin of the elemental planes. Yi asks if what they saw earlier was a battle of forbidden curses and elemental powers colliding, and Lin Moyu says it might be. And Lin Moyu suggests they continue moving forward. It's dark everywhere, with a massive, statue-like stone figure standing tall in the center. This place seems to be swarming with monsters, their glowing eyes visible in the darkness. Lin Moyu quickly summons his skeletons, and Yi draws her daggers, both ready to fight. Suddenly a level 34 battlefield wolf demon starts charging at Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu's skeleton mages fire their spells at the oncoming demon. A small outburst occurs when the spells strike the demon. However, the demon is still alive and it lunges forward. Lin Moyu is startled to see the demon survive and wonders if it's due to the abyss influence. Lin Moyu claims the demon's defense and health have been enhanced and thinks it should die with more hits. The skeleton warriors finally manage to kill the demon with continuous strikes. Lin Moyu notices there's no corpse and realizes the demon must be made from abyss powers. Yi points out that Lin Moyu can't use corpse explosion now, and Lin Moyu agrees that he'll have to deal with the demons one by one. Lin Moyu admits it's difficult to see due to the limited visibility. Yi's eyes begin glowing, and she explains that as an assassin, she'll help find the demons so Lin Moyu can kill them. So Yi and Lin Moyu work together, with Yi locating the demons and Lin Moyu eliminating them. Yi spots another demon and the skeletons lunge at it. A while later, Lin Moyu notes that it's too easy for the hell difficulty, and Yi agrees that something feels off. Lin Moyu and Yi are battling a monster when Lin Moyu uses the soul flame, finally killing it. With this, Lin Moyu and Yi both level up, reaching level 27 and level 26 respectively. Noticing how weak and relatively easy to defeat the demons are, Lin Moyu questions whether this is truly the hell difficulty level. Lin Moyu notices that the demon's corpse begins dissolving into a mist-like energy, seeping into the surroundings. He points out that this is abyss energy and wonders if something is actively absorbing the energy released when the demons die. Looking ahead, they see that the energy is being drawn toward a large statue in the center of the area, which appears to be absorbing it steadily. Lin Moyu speculates that a boss might appear once the statue has accumulated enough of this abyss energy. Suddenly, a demon lunges at Lin Moyu, but he reacts quickly and efficiently kills it with the soul flame skill. The statue immediately begins absorbing the abyss energy from the newly deceased demon. Lin Moyu and Yi watch the statue intently as the surroundings fall into an unsettling silence. The statue, now overwhelmed with energy, starts to crack and crumble as abyss energy begins to escape from it in swirling tendrils. From the ruins of the crumbling statue emerges a massive and intimidating level 36 elemental Leopard King. The Leopard King lets out a thunderous roar and swings its massive paws at Lin Maoyu and Yi, while Lin Maoyu quickly summons skeleton armor around him and Yi, and they both leap sideways to avoid the powerful swipe from the Leopard King. Lin Maoyu notes that the Leopard King is incredibly fast and feels thankful he has the skeleton armor. He instructs Yi to retreat to a safer distance as he summons his scythe and begins to use the evocation skill. The Outpost Guardian, summoned by Lin Maoyu, emerges and takes a formidable stance before the Leopard King, ready to engage it in combat. Lin Maoyu casts a slow curse on the Leopard King, significantly hindering its movements and reducing its agility. The Outpost Guardian seizes the opportunity and lunges straight at the Leopard King. And it strikes the Leopard King with a powerful blow, leaving a deep cut from which abyss aura begins flowing out. Lin Maoyu notices this and understands something and promptly instructs all the skeleton warriors to begin their assault on the Leopard King. The Leopard King lets out an enraged roar as the skeleton warriors start surrounding it from all sides, preparing for a coordinated attack. With a swift and forceful motion, the Leopard King slams its massive paw into the Outpost Guardian's chest. In response, the skeleton warriors activate their Rage Strike ability, all leaping at the Leopard King to strike it down. Hit by multiple swords, the Leopard King receives numerous deep cuts through which abyss energy visibly flows out in dark streams. The Leopard King opens its mouth wide and unleashes a powerful elemental explosion, sending shockwaves that violently push back the surrounding skeletons. Lin Maoyu watches in shock as the Leopard King, momentarily appearing larger, suddenly shrinks down to a very small size. Lin Maoyu then realizes that the Leopard King is not an ordinary abyss monster, but rather a creature made entirely of pure energy. The skeleton mages, under Lin Maoyu's command, fire a barrage of spells at the shrunken Leopard King. The Leopard King retaliates by sending a powerful elemental blast back at the skeletons. The spells from the skeleton mages and the Leopard King's attack collide midair. At this moment, a skeleton warrior charges at the Leopard King and, taking it by surprise, pierces a sword into its back. Tia's attack finally kills the Leopard King, earning Lin Maoyu both EXP and a valuable elemental scepter. Lin Maoyu feels a tinge of suspicion, as the boss was surprisingly easy to defeat, and yet again he wonders if this is really the hell difficulty. Yi points up at the sky, drawing Lin Maoyu's attention to something she just saw. Lin Maoyu turns and sees a figure hovering in the sky, holding a massive staff and appearing both enigmatic and commanding. The figure, resembling a human, telepathically communicates with Lin Maoyu, instructing him to come closer. Lin Maoyu tells Yi to wait there, and she advises him to be careful, looking a bit concerned. Lin Maoyu then climbs the stairs and soon stands before the mysterious person. The person, with a desperate and pleading demeanor, begins to beg Lin Maoyu to kill him. The person continues shouting frantically, pleading for Lin Maoyu to kill him as quickly as possible. He is the Great Elemental Mage, a formidable level 39 Hell Dungeon leader, and warns with desperation that if Lin Maoyu doesn't strike him, he will be killed in return. The mage then unleashes a powerful elemental attack that rushes directly at Lin Maoyu with terrifying speed. Reacting swiftly, Lin Maoyu summons the skeleton armor around him, all while wondering why the boss looks like a human. A skeleton jumps directly in front of Lin Maoyu, takes the full brunt of the mage's devastating blast and gets destroyed completely. The mage's even attack strikes Lin Maoyu, but his skeleton armor nullifies the damage. Lin Maoyu exclaims that the mage's skill is incredibly strong, realizing that this is the true power of a mage with 40,000 spirit. With no other choice, Lin Maoyu summons more skeleton warriors, determined to fight back. The skeleton warriors charge at the mage, their swords raised high ready to strike. However, the mage raises his staff and summons a magic shield around himself, blocking the attack. The skeleton warriors' swords clash against the shield but can't pierce through, leaving Lin Maoyu to admit that the shield's defense is higher than that of even the strongest knights. Deciding that he needs to use a skill that can bypass such defense, Lin Maoyu opts for the Soul Blaze. The Soul Blaze attack flies toward the mage and easily passes through his shield, leaving the mage bewildered. The mage gives a piercing look as the flames hit him, but he seems unaffected by the attack and roars with laughter, asking Lin Maoyu to kill him and get the answers he seeks. The skeleton mages bombard the mage with multiple spells, trying to weaken him further. But the mage summons a wave of water around himself, neutralizing all the incoming spells with apparent ease. The skeleton warriors, undeterred, leap upwards at the mage while the skeleton mages continue their assault. A bright light suddenly illuminates all the skeletons, followed by a blast of energy bellowing downwards. The energy attack hits a skeleton mage, silencing it immediately and rendering it powerless. Lin Maoyu turns his head, noticing that the silenced skeleton mage is now completely confounded. The mage raises his staff again and shoots multiple wind shackles at the skeleton warriors, binding them and rendering them unable to move. With his skeletons now unable to fight, Lin Moyu decides to rely on his own strength, and he charges forwards at the mage. He looks up at the mage and notes that this is the first time he's fighting a boss entirely on his own without relying on anyone. Lin Moyu raises his hand, points it at the mage boss, and fires the soul blaze, aiming at the shield still surrounding him. Ignoring the shield, the soul blaze strikes the mage, landing a direct hit. The mage overcomes the effect of the soul blaze as a bright red glow begins forming around him. He then raises his staff and summons a massive meteorite engulfed in flames right above himself. And he sends the meteorites hurtling down towards Lin Moyu. Looking up, Lin Moyu observes that the scale and power of the mage boss is far beyond that of a typical second job transfer mage. Deciding not to dodge this attack, Lin Moyu withdraws some potions and decides to strengthen his skeleton armor instead. He summons the skeleton armor, which now appears massive and more formidable than ever before. The meteorites slam down upon Lin Moyu, but the skeleton armor withstands the impact, deflecting all the destructive force. The mage tries to silence Lin Moyu, but Lin Moyu points out that his skeleton armor is immune to all control effects as he takes the spirit recovery potion. Lin Moyu raises his hand once more, unleashing the soul flame, and challenges the mage to see who will be the last one standing among them. The soul blaze strikes directly at the mage, engulfing him in white flames. Writhing in pain, the mage begins yelling out loud, his mouth wide open. With a grin, Lin Moyu declares that he is the one still standing. The mage's body begins disintegrating, releasing elemental energy. Within seconds, the mage's entire body turns to dust, providing Lin Moyu with EXP and some items. More and more items begin spawning as rewards, surprising even Lin Moyu, who exclaims that they are all extremely rare. Looking concerned, runs toward Lin Moyu, calling out his name, but stops in her tracks, shocked by what she has just seen. Staring open-mouthed at the divine flame staff, asks Lin Moyu how he obtained it. Unaware of its significance, Lin Moyu asks if the staff is something special. Excited, confirms that it's indeed a very special staff, one she saw mentioned in ancient records. She explains that it's the divine staff once exclusively wielded by the god-level mage Yuyen, who disappeared during a great battle. Then tries to grab the staff but quickly jerks her hand back in pain. Suddenly, the staff begins glowing brightly, and from its tip, a man dressed in a white cloak emerges. Instinctively, Lin Moyu summons the skeleton armor around himself and for defense. The figure reveals himself to be the remnant soul of Yuyen, assuring Lin Moyu and that they have nothing to fear. Recognizing Master Yuyen, gives a shocked look. Yuyen curiously asks if she knows who he is. Lin Moyu bows and greets Yuyen, while explains that she's seen his portrait in the Xinxia Museum. Yuyen is pleased people remember him despite his death years ago as he urges Lin Moyu and to listen to his words. Lin Moyu and listen intently as Yuyen explains how a space rift appeared on the third battlefield long ago. The rift connected the human world and the abyssal world, allowing the great demon king to lead a massive invasion, which Yuyen's legion fought. After a long battle, Yuyen's team finally launched a forbidden spell, defeating the great demon king and his army. Yuyen reveals that he obtained a space crystal, which records a location in the abyssal world, and instructs Lin Moyu to find an alchemist to refine it. He tells Lin Moyu to go to the abyss, and Lin Moyu realizes this is a key to attacking the abyss. Lin Moyu suggests handing the space crystal over to the senior officers of the empire, but Yuyen says only Lin Moyu can use it. Yuyen asks Lin Moyu if he has awakened his talent, to which Lin Moyu confirms he has. Yuyen explains that Lin Moyu should awaken another talent during his second awakening, and when he reaches level 70, he can use the talent stone to awaken a third talent. Yuyen adds that Lin Moyu will be incredibly powerful with his third talent, becoming the second person to wield such strength. Lin Moyu sincerely promises to do his best. Lin Moyu then asks Yuyen why he chose him, and Yuyen replies that he doesn't favor talentless people, so giving the space crystal to others would be a waste. Yuyen mentions that a girl came by earlier who was also very talented, but her being in a team held her back slightly. Yuyen notes that Lin Moyu reminds him of that girl. Lin Moyu shows Yuyen a picture of his sister, and Yuyen confirms that it's her, asking if Lin Moyu knows her. Yuyen also mentions that the girl was level 35 at the time, to which Lin Moyu acknowledges his sister's rapid improvement. Yuyen explains that level isn't everything, noting that Lin Moyu, at level 27, cleared a level 30 hell difficulty dungeon, unmatched by any other human. Yuyen advises Lin Moyu that while his summons are powerful, they are vulnerable to control and developing anti-control abilities would make them unstoppable. Yuyen admits this is why he chose Lin Moyu, and Lin Moyu vows not to let him down. Satisfied with Lin Moyu's words, Yuyen disappears back into the staff, instructing Lin Moyu to repair it and find someone worthy to wield it. Lin Moyu assures Yu Yen that he will take good care of the staff and not let it go to waste. Yi notes that Yu Yen devoted his life to the human race, and Lin Moyu agrees, saying it's because of people like him that humanity survives the abyss threat. With this, Lin Moyu and Yi teleport out of the dungeon. The people outside the dungeon's entrance notice Lin Moyu and Yi appear, impressed by their achievement in clearing the dungeon. Shishingen, who is there with his team, recognizes Lin Moyu and exclaims in surprise that Lin Moyu even cleared the hell difficulty on the third battlefield. Lin Moyu feels uneasy and suggests to Yi that they should leave immediately. Suddenly, massive fireballs appear in the sky, hurling down towards somewhere. Shishingen rushes into action, shouting for everyone to prepare for battle and warning them that demons are approaching. Many demons, leading a massive army of monsters, emerge from the space tunnel, eager to taste human flesh. The oncoming demons are shocked and terrified as Lin Moyu's skeletons suddenly charge at them, leaving them puzzled about where they came from. Unable to react in time, several demons get killed in a flash, providing Lin Moyu with EXP and merit. Yi reminds Lin Moyu that she did warn him they would encounter the space tunnel again. Meanwhile, the people gathered outside the previous dungeon all prepare themselves to engage the demons attacking. Shishingen exclaims in surprise as he learns that Lin Moyu has already charged in ahead. Worried, Shishingen says Lin Moyu will face trouble against higher-ranked demons, but the mage assures him Lin Moyu will be fine as long as he avoids direct contact with them. Though still concerned, Shishingen hopes this will be the case. Meanwhile, Lin Moyu, standing outside the space tunnel, notices that it's massive, nearly twice as large as the previous one. He decides not to throw any corpses into the tunnel to avoid alerting the Flame Demon King, planning instead to let the monsters come out and then kill them. Lin Moyu then uses the corpse explosion on the first batch of monsters he killed, using them to eliminate the following waves. Higher-level demons emerge from the tunnel and, upon noticing Lin Moyu and Yi, one of them growls that it wants to devour them. However, Lin Moyu's corpse explosion sends powerful fiery shockwaves directly at the demons. Lin Moyu exclaims that the first wave of merit is in his hands as he receives a total of 1,800 merits from the demons and monsters' deaths. Yet more glowing eyes become visible through the tunnel as countless demons and monsters lunge at Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu uses the corpse explosion once again, killing every monster and demon and receives another burst of EXP and merits. Yi reveals that she got promoted after receiving 1,400 merits from this wave. She explains that a normal demon hunting team would barely earn 10,000 merits, even after grinding for over a year. Looking cheerful, Yi claims she never expected to become a 1-star second lieutenant so quickly, but Lin Moyu warns her that stronger demons are appearing and tells her to be careful. Multiple level 40 abyssal shadow demons and level 40 abyssal knife demons begin emerging from the space tunnel. A shadow demon exclaims that it has finally reached the Yuan battlefield and says it wants to catch a few human slaves now. But seeing the demon and monster corpses sprawled across the ground, the demon, puzzled, asks what happened. Another demon questions if a human with a third evolved profession might be camping there and slaughtering the monsters. Lin Moyu raises his hand and tells the demons they'll soon find out what happened as he unleashes another corpse explosion. The knife demon notices Lin Moyu and mocks him for being just a level 27 human, claiming it will make Lin Moyu its slave. It then charges right at Lin Moyu, commanding him to kneel before it and become its slave. But the corpse explosion bellows out, killing all the demons present there in an instant. Yi, with disbelief, asks if the demons are all idiots, acknowledging that they could never have expected to be wiped out so easily by a level 27 guy. Lin Moyu notices the tunnel starting to collapse and decides to make his final move. He instructs the skeletons to throw the monster corpses into the tunnel, and the skeletons promptly follow his orders. Lin Moyu then uses the corpse explosion, killing many demons on the other side of the tunnel and receiving a staggering 7,000 merits. Yi is surprised to see that so many demons were squeezed into that tunnel, and she excitedly claims she has just been promoted to a 2-star second lieutenant. At that moment, the destination teleportation stone that Mo Yun gave Lin Moyu last time begins glowing, as if giving him a signal. Lin Moyu remembers Mo Yun giving him this stone when she invited him and Yi to hunt the battlefield Ghost King, and he wonders if Mo Yun has actually found the Ghost King. Yi is confident that Mo Yun must have discovered the battlefield Ghost King and suggests they go and help her. So Lin Moyu crushes the stone and they both teleport out. Meanwhile, Shishingen and his party arrive at the demon invasion site, and a member tells Shishingen to look over there. Shishingen looks where the member is pointing and is shocked to see a mountain of countless demon corpses. Shishingen notices an abyssal knife demon among the dead and wonders how such a powerful demon could have been killed so easily. Shishingen and his team are speechless as they realize this must have been Lin Moyu's work. Shishingen comments that Lin Moyu's talents are perfectly capable of achieving this and notes that they were worried for nothing. At the second battlefield, Missouri Yun is galloping around on her flying horse above a dark place. She looks at the destination stone and wonders why Lin Moyu and Yi haven't arrived yet. The level 39 battlefield Ghost King gives a loud growl. Wang Ziheo, the level 20 berserker, and his team of mages unleash a barrage of spells at Mo Yun, who soars above them on her horse. Mo Yun guides her horse in rapid zigzag movements, effortlessly dodging all the spells aimed at her. Mo Yun seems a little concerned. Mo Yun's horse rears up and gives a loud neigh as Mo Yun channels a spell to attack. A powerful beam of holy light erupts from the horse, but the group below swiftly blocks it with a massive shield, absorbing the intense energy. Mo Yun is surprised to see that the enemies have another team engaged in battle with the Ghost King. She doesn't want to miss this chance as she might never find the Ghost King again. Another spell streaks past Mo Yun as she wonders why he isn't there yet. At that moment, a circular light appears beside Mo Yun, indicating someone is about to teleport there. Wang Ziheo shouts in alarm as Lin Moyu and he suddenly teleport beside Mo Yun in a bright flash of light, both floating in the air. Wang Ziheo raises his hand and instructs the mages to fire more spells at Lin Moyu and the two girls. Mo Yun summons a shield around them, but it shatters under the barrage of spells. As more spells and arrows hurtle toward them, Lin Moyu summons skeleton warriors around all three of them. The skeleton armor nullifies all the attacks, leaving Mo Yun bewildered. She is shocked to see Lin Moyu's skeleton armor is this strong and realizes he has been enjoying this kind of protection all along. Wang Ziheo recognizes Lin Moyu and his face twists in anger, veins bulging. Yi turns to Mo Yun and asks what happened, and Mo Yun explains that she discovered the battlefield Ghost King, but Wangchao Guild members nearby interfered. Lin Moyu comments that those people are the scum who bully the weak, prompting Mo Yun to ask if he has encountered them before. Lin Moyu recalls having a minor conflict with them in the past. Wang Ziheo bellows at Lin Moyu, looking furious, clenching his teeth. Lin Moyu asks why Wang Ziheo is there, and Mo Yun explains that Wang Ziheo is the young president of Wangchao Guild, who came to find the Nirvana crystal. Mo Yun mentions that Wang Ziheo's team intentionally delayed her so the other team could kill the Ghost King and asks what they should do now. Lin Moyu instructs Mo Yun to go and delay the other team from defeating the boss, saying he'll deal with Wang Ziheo's team and join her later. Mo Yun gallops away, telling Lin Moyu and Yi to be careful as they begin descending. Wang Ziheo withdraws his swords and, glaring at Lin Moyu, blames him for not getting accepted into any academy. Wang Ziheo goes into berserker form, snarling in anger that it's all because of Lin Moyu that he has nothing left. Yi comments that Wang Ziheo's brain isn't normal, while Lin Moyu notes that Wang Ziheo is just envious. Wang Ziheo commands his team to stop waiting around and kill Lin Moyu. The level 38 knight obeys Wang Ziheo's order and charges at Lin Moyu. As the team rushes toward Lin Moyu, Wang Ziheo claims his team is experienced and that Lin Moyu, just a newbie, will die today. Lin Moyu raises his hand and summons his army of skeletons. The knight is struck powerfully by a skeleton, spitting blood as he stares in bewilderment at the sudden attack. The other attackers stop advancing and watch in horror. Even Wang Ziheo begins sweating in fear, puzzled by what's happening. A mage tries to heal the knight, who is now on his knees after taking the powerful blow. Wang Ziheo turns to his mages and archers, bellowing for them to attack and kill Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu watches in silence as numerous spells hurtle toward him. Lin Moyu then summons his mages, instructing them to go and play. The mages counterattack, sending various spells back at the enemy team. The skeleton mages' spells fly towards Wang Ziheo's party, completely taking them by surprise. As the spells begin bombarding them, the group starts panicking and fleeing for their lives. Wang Ziheo is frozen in shock at the sudden appearance of the skeleton mages, which he had never encountered during the exams. One of the members is incinerated to a crisp by the powerful fire. A healer among them realizes they can't win the fight and notes that even with 20 more healers, they wouldn't stand a chance against the skeleton mages. Realizing it's useless, everyone turn around and begin fleeing from the scene. Only Wang Ziheo, who isn't running, demands to know where his team is going and declares that escaping isn't allowed. No one listens to Wang Ziheo as he continues bellowing that he wants to kill Lin Moyu for stealing his glory. Lin Moyu sees Wang Ziheo's team trying to escape and raises his hand to use corpse explosion, declaring that there's no escape. Wang Ziheo looks over at Lin Moyu and sees his hand raised, preparing to use a skill. His eyes widen as he recognizes the skill and witnesses the massive explosion shaking the very air. As the explosion nears him, Wang Ziheo shields his face and shouts in horror. The explosions continue unabated, killing everyone they reach. Wang Ziheo watches as his team falls like flies, most already dead. The explosions result in a thick cloud of dust filling the air, obscuring vision. Lin Moyu walks toward Wang Ziheo, who notices Lin Moyu's badges and realizes he is a 2-star second lieutenant. Wang Zihao falls back in fear, crawling away from Lin Moyu, shouting that Lin Moyu can't kill him. Lin Moyu raises his hand and prepares the skill Soul Flame, stating he doesn't have the habit of letting enemies escape. Meanwhile, Wang Zihao's other team continues their engagement with the battlefield Ghost King. Suddenly, a bright white light descends, and Mo Yun arrives on her horse, having sent the holy light attack. A fireball hurls towards Mo Yun, but she blocks it by summoning a shield around herself. Below, two twice-evolved members of Wang Zihao's team look up at Mo Yun, calling her annoying and hoping Wang Zihao will come to assist them. Suddenly, a great wave of fire sends two corpses hurling toward them, startling the two members. The two men notice the corpses and, upon closer inspection, realize the uniforms belong to Wang Chao Guild. Bewildered, the twice-evolved elder realizes Wang Zihao must have been defeated as another massive explosion occurs. The twice-evolved elder raises his hands to produce a shield and asks who attacked Wang Zihao. Lin Moyu and Yi, accompanied by the skeleton warriors, arrive at the scene. Mo Yun is shocked to see that Lin Moyu has dealt with Wang Zihao and his team so quickly. She is even more shocked when she sees the skeletons carrying the corpses of people from Wang Zihao's team. Lin Moyu instructs his skeletons to throw those corpses and raises his hand to use corpse explosion. A massive explosion erupts before Mo Yun's eyes, filling her vision with blinding light and deafening sound. She quickly directs her horse to retreat to avoid the dangerous shockwaves. Seeing Lin Moyu's destructive power, Mo Yun understands why he could effortlessly solo farm hell difficulty dungeons. The twice-evolved elder shouts for support to heal the injured quickly. He instructs the survivors to come to him and form a defense line. As the skeletons advance, the enemy team groups up and summons a shield around them. The skeleton warriors lunge at the enemy despite their shield. Lin Moyu turns to Mo Yun and tells her they should now deal with the battlefield Ghost King. Mo Yun, still shocked by Lin Moyu's strength, agrees. Thus, Lin Moyu and the two sisters stand before the level 39 battlefield Ghost King, now focusing on defeating it. Lin Moyu withdraws the scythe and uses it to summon the outpost guardian. Mo Yun, her mouth agape in shock, asks how many more tricks Lin Moyu has, saying she can't fathom his abilities. Lin Moyu informs Mo Yun that he isn't proficient in holy damage and tells her to handle that part, which she agrees to do. Mo Yun commands her horse to take flight, soaring high above the ground as she prepares to attack the Ghost King. Mo Yun unleashes a brilliant beam of holy light that streaks through the air and crashes down upon the battlefield Ghost King, engulfing it in a blinding radiance. The battlefield Ghost King growls and turns around, raising his hand to unleash the Life Steal skill, sending a surge of red energy streaking toward Mo Yun. Mo Yun holds tight onto her horse as the attack hurls toward her and manages to dodge it at the last moment. Lin Moyu decides to disrupt the battlefield Ghost King's skill and attacks him with the slow curse. Hit by the curse, the battlefield Ghost King's entire body becomes bound with chains. Lin Moyu commands the outpost guarding to charge and restrict the battlefield Ghost King's movements. The outpost guarding lunges at the battlefield Ghost King and strikes him in the chest, leaving a large cut. The battlefield Ghost King punches the outpost guard back with force, and Mo Yun, witnessing this from above, wonders how many more skills Lin Moyu has left. The battlefield Ghost King focuses his eyes and delivers a powerful punch to the outpost guard, sending it reeling backward and off its feet. Lin Moyu realizes the outpost guarding is struggling and decides he has to find a new soul soon. He looks up at Mo Yun and tells her to focus on restricting the battlefield Ghost King while he deals the attacks. Mo Yun gallops forward, ready to attack with Holy Light again. The powerful wave of Holy Light strikes the battlefield Ghost King once more. Mo Yun curses, realizing the battlefield Ghost King isn't taking much damage from her attacks. Meanwhile, the battlefield Ghost King looks up at Mo Yun, roaring loudly as he unleashes the Bewitch skill. The skill hits Mo Yun, causing her face to go blank, her eyes out of focus. Lin Moyu realizes with alarm that he forgot to put the skeleton armor around Mo Yun, noting that she is now under the battlefield Ghost King's control. Suddenly, Mo Yun jumps off her horse and begins to fall, but a skeleton warrior leaps up and catches her just in time. Lin Moyu instructs Yi to take care of her sister while he deals with the battlefield Ghost King. He turns to face the battlefield Ghost King, who is busy battling the outpost guard, and admits that the battlefield Ghost King is quite powerful. So Lin Moyu decides to take the battlefield Ghost King's soul next. He then raises his scythe and summons the outpost guard back into it. The battlefield Ghost King raises his finger, pointing at Lin Moyu, and uses the skill Nihility. Lin Moyu is ready for the incoming attack with his skeleton armor around him. The skeleton armor nullifies the battlefield Ghost King's attack. Lin Moyu raises his hand and summons the skeleton warriors, telling them it's time to work. Grinning, Lin Moyu attacks the battlefield Ghost King with the Soul Blaze skill. The battlefield Ghost King howls in pain as he is struck by Lin Moyu's attack. At that moment, the skeleton warriors lunge at the battlefield Ghost King, their swords enhanced with the Rage Strike skill. Meanwhile, E is holding onto the unconscious Mo-yun and feeding her a potion. When the potion enters her mouth, Mo-yun wakes up with a start, confused about her surroundings, and E explains that she was bewitched by the Ghost King. Mo-yun lets out a shout for not being able to fight as she notices Lin Moyu fighting the battlefield Ghost King alone.